Top 3 superfoods that will transform your health in 2026. What if I told you that 3 simple foods could dramatically reduce your risk of Alzheimer's, keep your heart healthy well into your 90s, and even help you think more clearly right now? And no, I'm not talking about some expensive supplement or exotic ingredient you've never heard of. These are foods you've probably walked past 100 times at the grocery store, but here's what most people don't know about them. Today, we're diving deep into the top 3 superfoods that science has proven time and time again are absolute game changers for your health. And I'm not just gonna tell you they're good for you, I'm gonna show you exactly why they work, what they do inside your body, and most importantly, how to use them so you actually get the benefits. Stick around until the end because I'll share the one mistake most people make with superfood number 3 that completely destroys its health benefits. Let's start with nature's little brain boosters. Blueberries. Now, you've probably heard that blueberries are healthy, but let me tell you what's actually happening in your body when you eat them, because it's pretty remarkable. The science behind the power, blueberries are absolutely loaded with compounds called anthocyanins. These are the pigments that give blueberries their deep blue color. But here's where it gets interesting. When you eat blueberries, these anthocyanins cross the blood-brain barrier, something very few compounds can do, and they go to work protecting your brain cells from damage. In a study from the University of Reading, older adults who drank blueberry juice daily for 12 weeks showed significant improvements in memory and cognitive function. We're talking about measurable changes in just 3 months. Another study found that people who ate blueberries regularly had a 40% lower risk of developing Parkinson's disease. But it's not just your brain. Blueberries are one of the highest antioxidant foods on the planet. What does that mean for you? Every day, your cells are under attack from free radicals. These unstable molecules that damage your DNA, age your skin, and contribute to basically every chronic disease you can think of. Antioxidants neutralize these free radicals. 1 cup of blueberries has more antioxidant power than most people get in an entire day of eating. The cardiovascular connection. Here's something that surprised me when I first learned it. Eating blueberries 3 times a week can reduce your risk of heart attack by up to 32% in women. The anthocyanins help relax your blood vessels, improve blood flow, and reduce arterial stiffness. Your heart literally works better when you eat blueberries regularly. So how should you eat blueberries? Great news. Frozen blueberries are just as nutritious as fresh, sometimes even more so because they're frozen at peak ripeness. Here are my top 3 ways. First, throw a handful in your morning smoothie. They blend perfectly and you won't even taste them if you're adding other fruits. Second, add them to your oatmeal or yogurt. This gives you a double dose of benefits because you're combining the fiber from oats with the antioxidants from berries. Third, and this is my secret weapon, freeze them and eat them as a snack. Frozen blueberries have this amazing sorbet-like texture that satisfies sweet cravings while flooding your body with nutrients. Pro tip, aim for at least half a cup daily. That's about a handful. And don't rinse them until right before you eat them. The natural coating on the skin actually contains additional beneficial compounds. Alright, superfood number 2. Now, I know what you're thinking. Leafy greens? Really? That's so boring. But hear me out, because what these vegetables do inside your body is anything but boring. Let me put this in perspective. 1 cup of kale has more vitamin C than an orange, more calcium than a glass of milk, and more iron than a serving of beef. We're talking about one of the most nutrient-dense foods on the entire planet. But it's not just about the individual vitamins, it's about how they work together. Leafy greens like spinach and kale contain vitamin K, which most people are deficient in. This vitamin is absolutely critical for bone health and proper blood clotting. Just 1 cup gives you over 600% of your daily needs. Now let's talk about something you probably haven't heard. Leafy greens contain compounds called glucosinolates. When you chew them, these compounds break down into substances that activate your body's natural detoxification enzymes. Essentially, they turn on your liver's cleaning system. Your liver is responsible for filtering toxins, processing medications, and metabolizing hormones. When you eat leafy greens regularly, you're supporting this entire system. This is why people often report clearer skin, better energy, and improved digestion when they add more greens to their diet. Here's something that affects almost everyone as they age: macular degeneration and cataracts. Leafy greens are loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 powerful antioxidants that concentrate in your retina and literally filter harmful blue light. Studies show that people who eat leafy greens regularly have a significantly lower risk of developing these age-related eye problems. The gut health factor. Leafy greens are also incredibly high in fiber, but it's a special type of fiber that feeds the beneficial bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut microbiome influences everything from your immune system to your mood to your weight. When you eat leafy greens, you're feeding the good bacteria that keep you healthy. How to actually enjoy them. Okay, so how do you eat more leafy greens without choking down sad salads every day? Let me share what actually works. First, the smoothie method. This is hands down the easiest way to get greens in. Add a big handful of spinach to any fruit smoothie. I promise you won't taste it at all. The fruit completely masks the flavor, but you get all the nutrients. Second, the sauté method. Take any leafy green, throw it in a pan with a little olive oil and garlic for literally 2 minutes. It wilts down to nothing, tastes amazing, and you can eat a massive amount this way. Add it as a side to any dinner. Third, the massage method for kale. This sounds weird, but trust me. Take chopped kale, add a little olive oil and lemon juice, and literally massage it with your hands for about 30 seconds. This breaks down the tough fibers and makes it way more tender and delicious for salads. Pro tip, rotate your greens. Don't just eat spinach every day. Rotate between spinach, kale, arugula, Swiss chard, and collard greens. Different greens have different nutrient profiles, so variety is key. And now, for superfood number 3, the one that might surprise you because it's actually a fat. I'm talking about real, high-quality, extra virgin olive oil. And before you skip this section thinking all oils are the same, let me tell you why this specific oil is unlike anything else. People living in Mediterranean regions have some of the lowest rates of heart disease in the world. For decades, scientists tried to figure out why. The answer? Olive oil. But not just any olive oil. We're talking about real, unprocessed, extra virgin olive oil. Here's what makes it special. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, specifically oleic acid, which actually reduces inflammation at a cellular level. But that's just the beginning. The oleocanthal effect. High-quality olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal. This compound works almost identically to ibuprofen in your body. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. That peppery feeling you get in the back of your throat when you taste good olive oil, that's oleocanthal. And that compound is fighting inflammation in your arteries, your joints, and your brain. Multiple studies have shown that people who consume olive oil daily have significantly lower rates of Alzheimer's disease. The anti-inflammatory compounds may help prevent the buildup of amyloid plaques in the brain. The cardiovascular revolution. The famous Predimed study followed over 7,000 people for 5 years. Those who consumed at least 4 tablespoons of olive oil daily had a 30% lower risk of heart attack and stroke. 30%. That's massive. The monounsaturated fats in olive oil actually improve your cholesterol profile, raising good HDL cholesterol while lowering bad LDL cholesterol. The longevity factor. And here's the big picture. Populations that consume olive oil regularly simply live longer. We're talking about reduced rates of cancer, diabetes, neurodegenerative diseases, and overall mortality. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living better with a higher quality of life as you age. The critical mistake most people make. Now here's the mistake I promised to tell you about. Most people buy fake olive oil without knowing it. Studies have found that up to 70% of olive oil on grocery store shelves is either diluted with cheaper oils or isn't actually extra virgin. Look for these things: a dark bottle that protects it from light, a harvest date within the last year, certification seals like PDO or PGI, and ideally a single country of origin. If it doesn't have these, you're probably not getting the real thing. Second mistake, overheating it. While olive oil can handle moderate cooking temperatures, you get maximum benefits when you use it raw. Drizzle it on salads, cooked vegetables, bread, hummus, you name it. How to use it daily? My recommendation? Use at least 2 tablespoons daily. Drizzle it on your salad, dip your bread in it, finish your cooked vegetables with it. Keep a nice bottle on your counter for easy access. Pro tip, take a small spoonful straight every morning. I know it sounds weird, but many Mediterranean grandmothers swear by this practice. You get concentrated benefits, and it's actually a lovely way to start the day once you get used to it. So there you have it. 3 superfoods that are backed by serious science. Blueberries for your brain and heart, leafy greens for literally every system in your body, and extra virgin olive oil for longevity and inflammation. The beautiful thing? These aren't expensive supplements or hard to find ingredients. They're at every grocery store. The question is, will you actually use them? Here's my challenge for you. For the next 30 days, have at least one of these 3 foods every single day. I guarantee you'll notice a difference in how you feel. If you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more evidence-based health content. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these 3 you're most excited to add to your routine. And if you want to go deeper, I'll link to some of the studies I mentioned in the description box below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one where we're talking about the worst foods you should probably stop eating. You don't want to miss it.